My daughter is going to be 10 next month. I had to ask her, has anyone ever mentioned anything because you look Mexican?
I am worried that a few years roll by, I might not be married anymore.
If you look at the history of this country, we ourselves are the ones that are immigrants, all of us.
When you start to politicize those types of things that should be based on science, I think we're in scary waters.
This is not normal.
The moral justification for unions getting involved with this really comes down to the roots of what a union is. An injury to one is an injury to all.
As a worker that is part of my union, whereas we're all workers, we are all more than just workers.
I'm the same person whether I'm at work or after work.
And for me, something really close is the pipelines, and it's going through my native land and my ancestors' land. And so seeing the union really active in things that are current, that really, for me, is important.
That's the whole point of a union, right? Is we have to be stronger together as opposed to just individually speaking up and saying this is not okay.
The political landscape affects everything that we do as a nation, to the states, to the courts, to how unions get treated. There has been a lot of success in convincing people that unions aren't the answer.
The anti-union sentiment is something that I see as unpatriotic, actually.
We're scientists, we're proud!
Where unions have stronger holds, there's more money for all workers, unionized or not.
There's just a lot at stake.
I think it's important for the union to take a stand, not just for the workers it's protecting, but for the other workers, like my parents, like other immigrants that have worked very hard for this country, and without whose work the unions would not be able to function.
The majority of people that have come over here did not come here so they would not work. They came here to work.
It's an attack on everybody, but it's also like the right thing to do, right? I mean, if someone is bullying you, you should speak up against it. If it's someone you see being bullied, you should also speak up.
Science, not silence! Science, not silence!
I've always thought that it was important to stand up for rights, and so being able to be a part of a union and a group that does that is exciting.
I would much rather have people be upset and fight than to not be upset and just accept the conditions as they are.
I'm willing to stand up and fight however much that I can, just because that I can do that, whereas some families can't, or they're afraid.
This is my wedding ring. Please be a good caretaker for it.
I resist because I believe in women's health and women's rights.
Because my coworkers are fearful for their friends and family being deported.
I resist because regardless of race, sexual orientation, sex, or nationality, everyone deserves to be treated fairly.
I resist because I care.
And I resist because climate change is real.
I resist because I believe healthcare is a right.
I resist because I am a mother.
I resist because resistance is not futile.